Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, where we are going to host a brand new series of talks that are going to be hosted by UCP International Office. I am your host Sikandar Sethi from the International Office, and I'll be hosting this show for you going forward. NAPRECA, or the Natural Product Research Network of Central and Eastern Africa, is a network of research scientists which are producing and working on different natural chemical products that are useful for human and animal health as well as agrochemicals. We are very proud to host the NAPRECA Winter School 2024 at UCP, which is overseen by the participation of 11 different countries. And guess what? We have participants from all these 11 countries right here at UCP with us. That brings me to the introduction of our guest that we have here at UCP. Professor Dr. Mbala from Dominican Republic of Congo, who is the head of Department of Chemistry and Industries, NAPRECA Chair of DRC, and also serving as a professor at the University of Kinshasa since 2011. Dr. Mbala, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
My next guest is Mr. Yeremiah from Uganda, who is currently doing his PhD from the Department of Chemistry at Makerere University. Yeremiah, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
And my third guest for today is Mr. Eden David Yawe from Kenya, who is currently a MSc student at the University of Nairobi. Eden, welcome to the show.
Shukriya.
All right. So my first question is to Dr. Mbala. First of all, a very warm welcome to Pakistan and UCP, and how would you like to describe your experience at UCP so far?
Yes, thank you for the stage. I would like to thank, first of all, the organizing committee and also the University of Central Punjab, UCP, for the great job they do and they did for us to enjoy the time here. We really, myself and my group, enjoyed the moment. We see that people are very available to serve. The food is okay, a little bit spicy but manageable. These are the kinds of the things that we are not really accustomed to do and to eat, but we enjoyed it. All of the things we meet here for the time being. So for that first step, I can say just for the moment, so far so good.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to hosting you here in future as well. Yes. So Yeremiah, holding on to that thought on the food, so what do you think, how different is the food of Pakistan with that of your own country, and what are the good things about food that you like here?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. Pakistan food is not far different from that of Uganda because we enjoy Pakistan rice. When you go to a shop, the first question which they ask you if you want to buy rice, they ask you, do you need Pakistan rice or Ugandan rice? So most people adopt for Pakistan rice because it's very sweet. And the chicken was nice, a bit spicy, but manageable. Also, Uganda is known for having a very good hospitality, Uganda. But when I reached Pakistan, I found out that we are not the best. Uganda is not the best. It is better. The best is Pakistan because everyone welcomed us. Very good hospitality. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and that means a lot coming from you, and we look forward to hosting you in future as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Eden, how would you like to describe your academic experience and your interaction with the faculty and staff at UCP as compared to your own home country?
That's been very good. To compare it to back home, maybe it's because they see my face every day there, so they're a bit sick of me. But everyone here has been very exciting, very excited to interact with me, and it's been a very pleasant experience.
Perfect, and we look forward to having more engagements with your university and with your country going forward.
Yes.
So, viewers, let me get back to my own original topic, which is the SDGs, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and there is a vision of United Nations 2030, which is directly relevant to whatever academic and research activities we are doing here at the university. So the SDG that is relevant to our topic today is SDG 3, which is the good health and well-being. So, Dr. Mbala, my first question is to you. In light of the NAPRECA's vision, we will be focusing on the SDG 3, like I just said. And as part of that SDG 3, there is a specific goal which says that we will be reducing the mortality rate of the maternal and neonatal birth rates, because there are, as per the reports, there are more than 70 maternal deaths as per the 100 births every year, and then we have to reduce that to less than 70. So how do you think that the research and development in phytochemistry and the natural products can help us accomplish this goal?
Effectively, phytochemistry and phytomedicine have a crucial role to play in reducing these ratios. If you look at them as they are displayed, you can see that the situation is very difficult by the neonatal mortality. The percent is really high and actually need to be reduced. For this aspect, I think we, as phytochemists, we use a lot of types of plants to prevent birth difficulties from the mother side as well as from the children. Actually, if we try to go through plant activity and activities for the others, we can see that there's a lot of plants which have muscle relaxing activity. So we can use them to promote easy release of children from the mother womb. And also I think we have to look at the biological, especially the antimicrobial, antibacterial activity. Children are very, very sensitive to bacteria. The moment we use plant antibacterial activity, we can deal with or address these difficulties related to infections. So I think even in some hospitals, especially in most of our underdeveloped country, if I can say that way, we face, even in the hospital, we face the issue of bacteria, and we can use them to remove from using plant extracts. We can address these really problems that we are facing. So actually, it's a very crucial point for us, natural product researchers from all over the world, to move to these kinds of plants which extracts can help us to reduce both ratios, especially the neonatal mortality, because if I can see it as actually high, we have almost 12 deaths per 1,000 of lives. Actually, it's too much. We need to look at that issue seriously.
Thank you so much for enlightening us with your comments on this question. So I'll move to Yeremiah. As part of the SDG 3, another very important goal is to reduce the epidemics such as AIDS, malaria, and other communicable disease, which are very much prevalent in the developing countries such as Pakistan as well as the country that you are from. So how do you think that the natural product research can contribute towards achieving this goal?
Thank you so much. Plants have already contributed, because to me, I think plants are the original medicine, because most of the drugs, they come from plants. Those which don't come from plants, originally the compound which formed them, they came from plants. So just modifications. For example, we have quinine, which comes from cinchona tree. In Uganda, in our language, Ruchiga, we call it omubirizi. So it is a very good plant where we have already, science have isolated quinine, and it's already in use. It has been used for years and years, and good at working on malaria. Then we have artemisinin from Artemisinin annua. It's a very good drug, because actually before, like when it was just discovered, people in Uganda were told to grow Artemisinin annua. Everyone was growing it until some scientists found out that it can be manufactured. So it is now a very good drug, the origin from plants. So we have some other drugs, some other compounds which have already shown antiviral activity, like rosmarinic acid from rosemary. Then there's quercetin from onions. So more plants, more compounds can be found from plants. So research, natural product research, very good at combating the AIDS, malaria, and other neglected tropical diseases. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. And we hope that this natural product research contributes towards achieving these goals in as per the vision of United Nations 2020 agenda. So I'll talk to the third guest. Eden, a very important target in SDG 3 is to reduce the illness and disease from hazardous chemical exposure and the toxic substances. So again, as per the natural research products, research and development, how do you think that we can contribute towards attaining this goal?
One negative impact of industrialization is the release of a lot of unnatural chemicals into the environment. So part of natural product research, and in fact just environmental research in general, is discovering ways to remove this from the environment. And this is called bio-remediation. There are some plants and fungi that can actually filter out things such as heavy metals from the environment, from the water and from the soil. So that's one way that we can help. Another way is developing toxicity-free drugs, which tend to be plant products tend to be very good with regards to this. One of the major things that's come with the development of herbal remedies is the fact that they tend to be fresh, and they don't have added preservatives and all these other things that could have toxic side effects later down the line. And of course, another thing is the fact that herbal products, or plants in general, don't only produce beneficial compounds. Some of them produce both beneficial and harmful compounds together. And properly researching these is the best way to essentially strike a balance and to know what we're getting into with regards to the new developments in herbal remedies that we're progressing into.
Right. Thank you so much for your comments. And with that thought in my mind, let me get back to Dr. Mbala. And one of the key factors in SDG 3, which is the access to the essential and affordable medicines and vaccines, especially to the underprivileged and marginalized population. So as part of a target that we have to make this access very much easy for these kind of population which don't have access to a affordable drug or affordable vaccine. So these natural products, how can we develop such solutions that are easily available as well as affordable for these populations?
I think to address that issue, we need to move on three perspectives: the safety and the accessible of the treatment, the preventive care using herbal supplements, and the third one will be reducing infections and inflammations during the life release. Especially in our country, the government is now fighting for a free life delivery. So apart from using the traditional medicine, emphases are put on using the herbal products, especially regarding the safetiness, the accessibility, and also the proximity that the people may have to the plant, to the local healers, but they would like also to get these plants to have scientific evidence. So the government is just calling upon people, researchers, especially NAPRECA people, to try to get out scientific evidence, scientific accuracy, and safety for these, the use of these phytomedicine. Looking at the preventive aspect, people down or back to villages, they are accustomed, they use a lot of plants, they know how they prepare it. So the time they use them, they are having informations that we can rely on to access the toxicity of these plants. So that aspect, it's really important that we look at it, because it's also the source of many complications. And we know also from plants we have a lot of properties, pharmacological property. Among them we can cite, we can quote anti-infections activities and inflammation. So many plants derived from local folk medicine have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Many of them have scientific evidence from the claimed properties. So it's actually easy from this point of view. The local people can just start using them. We can quote some example. We have like Mavinga. Mavinga is a well-known medicinal plant all over Africa. We have neem, even in Asia they use it.
Yeah.
And I think the long time people use this plant may serve as evidence scientific to encourage the use of the plant. We have also essential oils. Most of them have antibacterial activity. So I think it will be very advantageous for the local people to use these phytochemical products.
Thank you so much for such a brief and very enlightening answer. So further to Dr. Mbala's comments, and also with reference to our previous discussion that we have had on the impact of phytochemicals and phytomedicine on reducing the impact of communicable and non-communicable disease. So can you tell me, Yeremiah, about the research and development, the latest cutting-edge technology that is happening in this space, and how can we use that research and development to reduce this impact of communicable and non-communicable disease?
Okay, thank you, sir. I will talk about three things. One, control then integration of traditional knowledge with the science and technology, then community engagement. And scientists in different fields have tried to do that, and they are still doing it. Talking about vector control is always better than treatment. And the good thing we have plants which can repair these vectors, so that now a person is protected from getting a disease, and which is very, very good. Like, for example, I have some essential oils or some other plant-based insecticides, like from neem, from Tronera, which is repair and kill malaria-carrying mosquitoes. And this is very, very good because they reduce the transmission of endemic areas. Also, integration of traditional knowledge, because all the knowledge of plants, the knowledge of natural products, it comes from tradition. Different traditions have different ways how they use these plants. So if we get that knowledge, we prevent that knowledge from diminishing. Because if the people with the original knowledge maybe die before they transmit that knowledge to us, then it will be a big blow. So I thank researchers, most of them, by doing different botanical surveys. They try to integrate traditional knowledge with the modern knowledge. Then community engagement, scientists cannot do it alone. No, you need to engage communities.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them that, you have to sleep under mosquito nets, you have to use this plant maybe to repel these insects, you have to use this oil to repel this insect. So the community should be engaged so that now to get to know what to do. However, we still have some challenges. A quick one, I have two. There is multi-drug resistance. Scientists have tried to discover some drugs, but after drug has been used for 1 or 2 years, or maybe even some good years, the resistance comes in. So scientists have to continue doing research. So that now they don't wait for resistance to come and then they look for the way out. No, there should be some drugs already in the shelf, so that if resistance sets in, then there is some drug to counteract that. Then there's also a challenge of funding, research funding, especially in developing countries. However, we thank COMSTEC, which is partnering with NAPRECA.
Yeah.
Actually, we are able to be here because of COMSTEC and NAPRECA, which has partnered with University of Central Punjab, which
Uppsala University in Sweden as well.
And Uppsala University in Sweden. We thank them so much, because minus them, we wouldn't achieve this. And we hope for more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your comments. And like Yeremiah said, we are looking forward to the Afro-Asian collaborations in this natural product science and research and development to come up with the strategies and different solutions to these world problems and achieve the United Nations Vision 2030 in future. Let me come back to my third guest, Eden. So in the light of the recent pandemic, COVID-19, that hit us all very hard and out of the blue, what do you think, what are the strategies we can utilize to manage the global health crisis or the national health crisis going forward?
Yes, like you said, probably the biggest problem with COVID-19 is that it came out of the blue. It was a big surprise. But just because you don't know that something is about to happen doesn't mean that you can't be prepared. And we know how COVID-19 works. We know what it does. And so we can have a number of drug preparations that can be used to combat it, if not outright cure it. And so as we just continue to develop natural remedies, as we continue to understand what chemicals exist in nature and what exactly they do, we can have a catalog or a library of these compounds, of these remedies, that we know exactly how they work. And so if something else comes out of the blue, we'll have something ready to combat it.
Thank you so much. And with that, we conclude our discussion today. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time and valuable insights into combating this SDG 3 and sharing us with your thoughts and solutions going forward that we can employ to achieve this SDG 3 as per the UN Vision 2030. And we hope that you continue to have a memorable experience of Pakistan and go back to your home countries with good memories going forward.
Okay.
Thank you.
So dear viewers, with that, we are going to conclude our session on SDG for today. And our responsibility is to give you the information and give you the awareness on the sustainable goals developed by the United Nations, and they have a vision in 2030 where the world is a better place, a good place, a safe place for all to live. So we will continue to do our responsibility of providing you with the information and awareness, while at the same time we expect that you will continue to do your responsibility and act responsibly while you are at your work, at your home, or doing whatever you want or what you like. Thank you. This is your host Sikandar Sethi signing off. Until next time, see you.